At the jewelry store, my jealous sister slapped me and sneered, "You're just a shadow." The room went silent until a billionaire walked in, slipped his arm around me, and said, "Touch my wife again, and it'll be the last mistake you make." She turned pale. "Let me take you back." Growing up with Amber in our suburban Phoenix home was like trailing a comet, dazzling, chaotic, and always out of reach. She was 2 years older, blonde, blue-eyed, and effortlessly the star of every room. I worked after-school jobs from 16, saving for art supplies while Amber flitted through dance lessons and cheer camps, funded by our parents. Dad, a high school math teacher, and Mom, who ran a small boutique, weren't rich, but they always found money for Amber's whims. "Jessica, be reasonable," Mom would say when I pointed out the unfairness. "Your sister needs more support. You're so independent." Independent wasn't a choice, it was survival. By 20, I'd moved out, working full-time at a print shop while taking night classes for my graphic design degree. Amber stayed home until 25, when our parents gifted her a condo down payment after her third stab at community college. Meanwhile, I clawed my way up at Boyd Creative, a design agency, where I'd just marked my 5th anniversary. My boss, Natalie, gave me a raise after I landed the Peterson campaign, and for the first time, I had breathing room. Those earrings weren't just jewelry, they were proof I'd made it. A quiet rebellion against years of being overlooked. The Sunday before, we'd gathered for family dinner at my parents' house. I'd hoped to share my promotion, but Amber stole the spotlight, as always. "Everyone, I have an announcement," she squealed, flashing a diamond ring. Trevor proposed. "We're getting married next spring." Trevor, her boyfriend of 5 months, shifted awkwardly as Mom rushed to hug her, and Dad clapped him on the back. My promotion? Barely a nod from Mom. "That's nice, honey," she said, already turning back to Amber's engagement story. That night, I decided the earrings were my way of saying my achievements mattered, even if my family didn't see them. Bellamy's was intimidating polished staff in black suits, security cameras watching every move. I'd taken a half day off, dressed in my best navy dress, heels pinching my feet, my brown hair carefully styled. I wanted to feel like I belonged. Tara, a silver-haired saleswoman, greeted me warmly. "Your first diamonds? That's special. Let's find something perfect." She showed me studs, explaining clarity and cut with kindness, easing my nerves. Then the door chimed, and Amber's voice cut through the calm. "Oh my God, Jessica, what are you doing here?" She stood with her friends, Bridget and Kayla, her blonde waves perfect, her pink blouse screaming confidence. "Isn't this place out of your league?" My stomach twisted, but Tara stayed composed. "Your sister's looking at our diamond collection. Care to join?" Amber laughed, striding over. "Yes, unfortunately, we share DNA, though you'd never guess it." The jab stung Amber, the pretty one. Me, the darker-haired, athletic one. I tried to stay calm. "I didn't know you were shopping today. Wedding bands?" Amber shrugged. "Just browsing. Trevor and I will probably go to Cartier." "What are you buying?" "Costume jewelry," Tara corrected her. "She's considering these half-carat studs." Amber's eyes narrowed. "Half-carat? With your salary?" "That's excessive." "I got a promotion," I said, heat rising to my face. "I can afford them." Amber's sarcasm was sharp. "A promotion at that little print shop? What? An extra $1 an hour?" Bridget snickered, and I noticed an older couple across the store watching, disapproval etched on their faces. "It's a design agency," I corrected, "and the raise is substantial." Amber picked up another pair of earrings, her tone mocking. "If you had financial sense, you'd invest, not blow it on jewelry." "But that's your problem, poor decisions." 5 years of therapy taught me not to bite, but her words burned. Tara tried to redirect, holding the earrings to my ear. "These complement your complexion beautifully." I nodded, ignoring Amber. "I'll take them." Amber stepped closer, her perfume overwhelming. "Seriously? You're spending thousands right after my engagement?" "So typical, Jessica. Jealous as always." I laughed, incredulous. "Jealous? I've spent my life in your shadow." Her voice rose, drawing the security guard's attention. "In my shadow?" "Mom and Dad brag about your scholarship, your career. Poor Amber can't compete with perfect Jessica." The distortion stunned me. Had we lived the same childhood? "That's not true," I said quietly, aware of the growing audience, sales staff, customers, all watching. "You know it's not." Amber's face flushed. "Don't you dare walk away." She grabbed my arm, nails digging in. I pulled free. "Don't make a scene, Amber. This is embarrassing." "I'm embarrassing?" she shrieked. You're buying jewelry you can't afford to upstage my engagement. My patience snapped. Not everything's about you. I earned this. I saved for months. Tara slid the earrings into a velvet box, moving to the register. Amber followed, demanding, "How much are they?" Tara glanced at me. I nodded. $2,800, she said. Amber's jaw dropped. $3,000. That's what Mom and Dad spent on my college semester. That they paid for, I reminded her. This is my money. Amber's voice echoed. You're jealous of my ring, my fiancé, my life. I'm not jealous, I said, the truth steadying me. I never have been. Her face contorted, and before I could react, her hand swung, slapping my cheek. Pain seared through me, tears stinging my eyes. The store fell silent, the classical music fading as if reality paused. My hand flew to my face, disbelief rooting me to the spot. Amber had never hit me before. Tara's mouth gaped. Bridget and Kayla stared at the floor. The security guard moved toward us. Then a deep voice cut through. Touch my wife again, and you'll regret it. A tall man in a charcoal suit, late 30s, with steel gray eyes and a commanding presence, stepped forward. Amber stammered, "Excuse me?" He positioned himself between us. "You heard me. If you raise a hand to my wife again, you'll regret it." Confusion rippled through the store. Tara's eyes widened. The guard hesitated. "Your wife?" Amber said, glancing between us. I was as lost as she was. I'd never seen this man. "Yes, my wife," he continued, voice like granite. "I don't appreciate her being assaulted in public." His gaze softened as he turned to me. "Claire, are you all right?" "I'm not—" I started, but he faced Amber again. "I don't know who you are, but this is unacceptable. Leave, or I'll have security escort you out." Amber's bravado faltered, her eyes flicking to his expensive watch, his tailored suit. "Do you know who I am?" "That's my sister, Jessica, not your wife." The man blinked, a flush creeping up his neck as he looked at me closely. "I apologize for the confusion," he said, recovering. "But my point stands. Your behavior is inexcusable." I found my voice. "Who are you?" "Harrison Walsh," he said, extending a hand. "I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. From behind you look like my wife, Claire." The name clicked. Harrison Walsh, billionaire founder of Innovate Tech. Amber's tone shifted to syrupy charm. "Oh my goodness, what an honor. I'm a fan of your work." Harrison ignored her, asking me, "Are you all right?" That looked painful. "I'm fine," I said, my cheeks still burning. "Thank you for stepping in, even if it was a mistake." "The mistake was mine, but my concern is genuine," he said. "Family disagreements shouldn't turn physical." Amber tried to backpedal. "We were just playing around. Jessica knows I didn't mean it." The lie ignited my anger. "That's not true. You slapped me because I wouldn't let you make me feel small." Harrison's expression hardened. I saw the whole exchange. You belittled her, then lashed out when she stood her ground. A distinguished man in a pinstripe suit approached Mr. Bellamy, the owner. "Mr. Walsh, is there a problem?" Harrison nodded. "This woman assaulted another customer." Amber protested. "It's a misunderstanding." But I spoke clearly. "She slapped me because I bought these earrings." Bellamy's face tightened. "We have a zero-tolerance policy for violence. You must leave." The guard, Frank, escorted Amber and her friends out. At the door, Amber turned. "You'll regret this, Jessica. Wait till Mom and Dad hear how you humiliated me." Harrison apologized for complicating things. "Coffee after your purchase?" "I'd like to explain." I nodded, dazed. Bellamy himself rang up my earrings, apologizing for the incident. I signed the slip with trembling hands, the blue Bellamy's bag heavy with meaning. Harrison waited by the door, and we walked to a nearby cafe, its private booths and soft jazz a world away from the chaos. "Over coffee and Americano for him, a latte for me," Harrison explained. "My wife Claire is in London. You looked so much like her height, hair, dress." When I saw the slap, I reacted. "It's okay," I said, my mind still reeling. "Your intervention stopped it from getting worse." He nodded. "Family can be complicated. Amber doesn't handle correction well." I sighed, wrapping my hands around my mug. She's always been the favorite. I'm not used to standing up to her. Harrison shared his own story. His brother Tyler resented living in his shadow after Innovate Tech's success. "Comparison is the thief of joy," he said. Once we talked honestly, things improved. I opened up about Amber, my parents, the earrings. "They're proof my work has value," I said. He nodded. "I get it." I bought a ridiculous watch at 19 to validate my first software sale. The conversation flowed, his billionaire status fading as we connected over shared experiences. He glanced at his phone. I have a meeting, but I enjoyed this. What do you do in graphic design? I explained my role at Boyd Creative, specializing in digital media. His eyes lit up. We need that at Innovate Tech for our new security app. Send me your portfolio. My heart raced. I'd love to. He handed me his card. Email me directly. As we parted, he said, don't let Amber diminish your accomplishment. Wear those earrings with pride. At home, my phone was flooded 23 texts, 9 missed calls from Amber, Mom, and Dad. Amber's messages ranged from furious, how dare you embarrass me, to manipulative, Mom's upset with you. My parents demanded I call to explain the scene. I ignored them, opening the velvet box. The earrings sparkled, scattering rainbows across my wall. They were mine, earned through my sweat and sacrifice. The next morning, Harrison emailed, Amy Sullivan, our creative director, wants to meet Friday at 2 p.m. Yeah, I confirmed, stunned. That evening, I called Mom. Did Amber tell you she slapped me? I asked. A pause. She said it was a misunderstanding. I laid out the truth, Amber's criticism, the slap, Harrison's intervention. Mom deflected. She's stressed about the wedding. I pushed back. When have you ever held her accountable? Silence. We don't take sides, she said. I laughed bitterly. You've taken sides my whole life. Friday's interview at Innovate Tech was electric. Their sleek headquarters, with its living wall and rooftop garden, felt like another world. Amy Sullivan, vibrant and direct, discussed design philosophy, not cliches. Harrison observed, his questions sharp but supportive. How do you handle creative conflicts? Amy asked. I thought of Amber. I find the common goal beneath the conflict, I said. Everyone wants the best outcome, just different paths. Amy nodded. We'll let you know by Wednesday. Harrison gave me a tour, the workspace alive with creativity. On the rooftop, he asked about my family. They expect me to apologize, I said. He frowned. Family patterns are hard to break. Don't lose that confidence you showed at Bellamy's. Sunday dinner loomed. I wore the earrings, a quiet defiance. At my parents' house, tension simmered. Mom brushed off the incident. Let's not make mountains out of molehills. I stood firm. Amber slapped me because I wouldn't let her bully me. Amber rolled her eyes. You're so dramatic. I faced them all. She's been tearing me down for years, and you've enabled it. Silence. That's unfair, Amber said, but couldn't name one time she'd supported me. Love without respect isn't love, I told them. I'm setting boundaries. Dad called it an ultimatum. No, I said. It's what I need. Mom noticed the earrings. They look expensive. They were, I said. I earned them. Trevor arrived, Amber's fiancé, polite but uneasy. Congratulations on your promotion, he said, surprising me. Amber said you're talented. I glanced at her, but she avoided my eyes. Dinner was cautious, but Trevor noticed my earrings. Beautiful. Bellamy's is upscale. I nodded. I interviewed at Innovate Tech, thanks to Harrison Walsh. Mom was stunned. You didn't mention that. It's just a career opportunity, I said pointedly, not a life event. Amber later admitted quietly, I shouldn't have made a scene. The earrings look nice. I met her halfway. Your ring's beautiful. Trevor seems good. She nodded. He lectured me about the slap, said it was wrong. A week later, Harrison texted about lunch with Claire, his wife, hinting at a job offer. I accepted, the earrings sparkling in my reflection. They weren't just diamonds, they were my worth, hard-won. A month later, I met Innovate Tech, a senior creative strategist with a corner desk and a city view. The job came with a doubled salary, stock options, and a vibrant team. Claire, who I met over lunch, became a friend, sharing her own family struggles. Amber and I are navigating a new dynamic less hostile, not close. She apologized sparsely. I accepted it. At Mom's upcoming birthday dinner,